Welcome back to the Explainer. So today we're going to tackle a problem I know every single one of us has run into. You've got this massive video library and you need to shrink it down without turning your favorite movies into a pixelated mess. Let's dive in.
Yeah, if you've ever tried to manage a media library, you've definitely asked yourself this, right? Your hard drive is practically screaming for mercy, but the last thing you want is for your beautiful, pristine Blu-ray rips to look terrible. You know, for years, the big debate has always been, what's the best software? But here's the thing. The real secret to mastering your media isn't some magic tool you can just download. No, it's all about the process you follow. We're going to break that process down, starting with the 4 fundamental rules of this whole game. So, to get that perfect result, you've got to understand the 4 big decisions you're making every single time you hit convert. Think of these as the 4 pillars of high-efficiency transcoding. If you get these 4 things right, you are golden. First up, the video codec. Now, just think of this as the engine that's doing all the heavy lifting for compression. A better, more advanced engine is going to get you the exact same visual quality, but in a much, much smaller package. This is, without a doubt, your most important choice. Okay, let's break this down. The really incredible thing to see here is just how powerful H.265 is. You might also see it called HEVC. It gives you the same visual quality as the old standard H.264, but at roughly half the file size. That's not a small difference. For 4K video, that is an absolute game changer for your storage. All right, pillars 2 and 3. These are way simpler, but you can't ignore them. For your audio, the modern choice is Opus. It sounds fantastic and it's super efficient. Next is the container, and this is where so many people get tripped up. Just remember, it's literally just the box. MP4, MKV, it's just the wrapper. It has zero effect on the quality of the video or audio inside. For what we're doing, archiving, the MKV format is the clear winner. It's just more flexible. Okay, and that brings us to the final pillar, rate control. And honestly, this is the one. This is where most people get it wrong, and it makes all the difference in the world between a great-looking video and a mediocre one. So you basically have 2 ways to go here. On one side, you've got average bitrate, or ABR. Imagine a driver who just sets their cruise control to 60 miles an hour and never touches it again. It's just inefficient. It wastes gas on the easy, flat parts and then struggles on the tough, hilly parts. But then you have constant rate factor, or CRF, and oh boy, is it smarter. And this quote just nails it perfectly. Instead of dumbly targeting a file size, CRF targets a consistent level of visual quality. It acts like a master painter, giving more paint, more data to the complex, fast-action scenes that need it and using less on the simple static shots. This is exactly what we want. It's the pro standard, hands down. All right, so we know the rules of the game. Now, let's meet the players. We're putting 3 of the most common tools out there head-to-head to see which one really lets us use our 4 pillars correctly. So in one corner, we've got FFmpeg. This is the raw engine, the command line beast that basically powers video on the internet. Then there's HandBrake, the go-to app for pretty much every enthusiast. And of course, there's VLC, the media player that I think it's safe to say is installed on every computer on the planet. Okay, let's get right to the verdict because we can kick one of these out of the ring right away. Look, let's be super clear. VLC is an absolutely incredible media player. It's probably the best in the world. It'll play anything you throw at it. But a world-class transcoder? It is not. The conversion tool is really just an afterthought. It hides all the deep controls we need, especially our master painter, that all-important CRF setting. For what we're trying to do, serious archiving, VLC just isn't the right tool. And that brings us to the main event. The raw engine versus the expert system. Think of FFmpeg as this incredible, unopinionated box of parts. Pure power. But you have to know exactly how to assemble it, or you can make some really bad-looking video. HandBrake, on the other hand, is like getting a pre-assembled kit, tuned by people who live and breathe this stuff. And here's the big secret, the key insight. HandBrake is FFmpeg. It's built right on top of it, using that same powerful engine under the hood. But its real magic is in the sane defaults and those expertly tuned presets. It takes all the insane, overwhelming complexity of FFmpeg and just guides you. It keeps you from making bad choices and points you straight to a fantastic result, with no command line needed. Okay, decision made. HandBrake is our champion. So now let's put everything we've learned together. I'm going to give you the definitive step-by-step workflow.
the archivist's playbook.
This is it. This is your gold standard. Write this down, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. We're using HandBrake, the flexible MKV container, and that super efficient H.265 codec. And the most important part? Constant quality with an RF of 22 and the slow preset. That RF, rate factor, is our quality setting. And remember, with RF, a lower number means higher quality. 22 is a fantastic place to start.
And hey, remember, this isn't set in stone. You should absolutely fine-tune this. That's why that test is so important. Run a 5-minute clip of a really busy action scene. If it looks flawless to you, maybe you can push that RF up to 23 or 24 and save even more space. You want to find the perfect sweet spot for your media and your eyes. You know, when you really get down to it, what we're talking about here is more than just making files smaller. You're shifting from just being someone who has a bunch of video files to being a true digital archivist, someone who is carefully curating, preserving, and future-proofing their personal media collection. So there you have it. You've got the theory, you've got the tool, and now you have the exact playbook. Your media library is waiting. The only real question left is, are you ready to become an archivist?